Hey everyone, Brian Gosha here, and I wanted to take a quick minute to talk to you about the two P's. And this can be applied in anything in life in general, but I want to kind of concentrate on making the application in business. But the two P's are practice and perseverance. Now, when I used to play ball many years ago, we used to practice, just like you have the Olympics right now, where these young athletes have been practicing, most of them for their whole entire life. There's a lot of emphasis on practice, and that's, practice makes perfect. When you work at something long enough and hard enough, you become quite good with it, and it just becomes kind of a second nature thing. And that's the whole idea with practice, is that you work at something hard enough where there's not a lot of thought that goes into your actions. They just become natural, more natural and fluid. And I'm speaking as a ball player. When our coach would always tell us that you practice like you're playing the game. You practice hard as if you were playing. Those players that kind of just went nonchalant through the routines, when game time would come, they had a hard time transitioning into the game time atmosphere because they were still thinking, I'm just going to nonchalant walk through this play. And we would even create scenarios that we would set up plays where, it's the ninth inning, 3 outs, you got the bases loaded or 2 men on. How are you going to react? How are you going to respond? And you create such situations so that you would react automatically. And that's the whole idea of practicing. It's working at something till it becomes very, very natural and a very, very fluid motion when you actually get into that situation. You don't want to have to get into it and stop and think, okay, what do? Do I throw the ball to him? I pick it up and go. That's too late. You don't want to have that. You want to have that. That's why practicing is so important. You want to have that come natural. And it's really all about the mind. Like they say, sports is 20% physical and 80% mental. It's a mental, emotional conditioning that you're putting yourself through. So that is huge, and especially watching the Olympics right now, you can see that in a lot of these players. The other thing is that you have lawyers and doctors. They have a practice. A doctor practices medicine. A lawyer practices law. These are things that they do day in, day out, every single day. They do it to provide the sustenance and the well-being for their family. And they practice it, meaning that they do it all the time so that they're very, very good. You wouldn't want a lawyer, or you wouldn't want to have a brain surgeon do brain surgery on you that's only been in the field for a year. You want somebody that's competent and has been practicing for a long, long time. Same with your business. I've often heard the story, and I'm sure you have too, that treat your business like a business and it'll pay you like a business. Treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. So it's all about the mindset. How do you practice? The second one is perseverance. It's moving forward no matter what. I struggled with this for a long time, because when you practice and you put a lot into something, you expect results. But in the business field and in something you're going to do for your life, it's something that you got to work at. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not just going to go out and practice for 3 weeks and think you're going to be this great ball player. It doesn't happen. Life just doesn't work that way. You're in a marriage, you're in a relationship. You just don't get married and in a year have this great relationship. It's something you work at and you practice. And I've seen people come into a business, they'll try for 3 weeks and they quit. You're not going to do anything in 3 weeks. I'll guarantee you, nothing in 3 weeks. Those are the people that just run from one shiny object to the next to the next. They never will get established. They'll never make a dime in this business. And that's why they're probably the biggest proponents that run around saying it doesn't work. It never worked for me. And that's because they never really put it into practice. They never really made it something that they really wanted to do. And I know a lot has to do with your mentoring, the group that you're in. You want to be in a group where people are going to mentor you, come alongside you, encourage you, help you, grow you, and get you to that point where you're going to be successful. So I hope this video has kind of helped you out. The two P's, practice, perseverance. Keep them in the forefront of anything you do, and especially in your business routine. And being said, I wish you guys great practices, perseverance, don't quit, and I look forward to talking to you again on the next video. God bless. Bye-bye.